Hello again, it's me, that guy with the YouTube channel, back again with the spooky, scary skeletons and the shivers down your spine. Today we're going to be doing another review, and today we'll be reviewing the NECA Ash vs. Evil Dead Series 1 Hero Ash Fall Down Edition. That's the Trick Me Edition. So before we get on to the figure, let's take a look at the box. So it's very different from what NECA usually does. They usually do either a blister card or a god-awful clamshell package. But here they've done a box, like their Ultimate figures, just without the little flap on the front. And you can see the figure would be displayed. Ash Williams, Hero, Ash vs. Evil Dead, Ash vs. Evil Dead, Ash vs. Evil Dead, Ash vs. Evil Dead, Ash vs. Evil Dead! We get the point now. Anyways, there's some pictures of the figure on the back. Legal stuff. Delicious, I guess. So starting with detail, as you can see, it's very nice. Just starting with his shoes, you can see the shoelaces there. Going up to his pants, it's very nice. It's not textured like with the corduroy, like on the Evil Dead 2 version, but I don't think his pants were like that in Ash vs. Evil Dead. I don't really know, but the detail is nice. You can see his belt there. His back pockets look nice. The chainsaw, which I kind of wish the blade had more than one color to it, but it's alright. See, it even has the electrical tape wrapped around the handle, and the handle has more than one color, unlike the Evil Dead 2 version, which, keep bumping the camera there, let me bring that in to compare. Yeah, as you can see, the chainsaws are two completely different sculpts. They didn't just reuse the old chainsaw and be lazy, which is nice. You can see his shirt is very nice. It looks like how it does in the show. His chainsaw harness, which is completely different from the original. As you can see on the original, this bit, which he used to pull the ripcord, was separate. Here, it's just molded down to it. I mean, it was molded, but at least it was on there. You get what I'm trying to say. And we have this piece here, which he takes Kelly's belt in the series. I don't know why he uses that. Just apparently this piece went missing. I don't really know. Yeah, the holster is very different from the original, and as you can see, it's even a little free-floating on this figure. As you can see up at his neck, the shirt is a separate piece, and there is sculpted detail on there. And when we take a look at the value stop Ash, you can see a little more detail on his neck. And the likeness to Bruce Campbell is completely spot on. It is really good. Even down to him having the little scar right there on his chin, which is an actual scar Bruce Campbell has, and it's actually painted there. The detail is really nice on this head sculpt. Although his eyes are kind of hard to make out. It looks kind of like he's squinting, but it's not too bad. And his hair looks gelled back like Elvis. And if we bring in the Evil Dead 2 version again, we can see how much NECA has come. And I've been told there's an Ultimate version of this figure coming next year, and I really hope it has a new head sculpt as good as this one on the Ash vs. Evil Dead figures. So yeah, that's it for detail. So now that Ash is done attacking the camera, apparently, articulation, starting with the head, it can look up and down. It's ball jointed, so it can go all the way around, up and down, side to side. It's not a great range of motion, but when you compare it to, again, the Evil Dead 2 Hero Ash, it's a much better range. Shoulders are ball hinged, so they move out. Not that far. This one, the right arm goes out more than the left. That might just be the left one being a bit stiff. They can also go 360. Double ball hinged elbows, so they swivel right here and right here. Same thing on both arms. The left hand is ball jointed, so it can move up and down, in and out. And one thing I forgot to mention is that he permanently has a trigger finger, and there's no alternate hand or anything, so it always looks like he's pointing when you don't have the shotgun in his hand, but it's an alright trade-off if you ask me. I think there's a ball joint right up here, and there's one at the waist too, so you can get him to lean down about that much, and back about that much. And my shirt is a little warped on my figure, but nothing a little hot water won't fix. Legs are ball hinged, so they move forward, backward, out. There's also a swivel right about here. Knees are ball hinged, so they are ball hinged obviously, but one thing I like is this line, this fringe on his pants. If you can see, let me try and focus. No, it's not really going to focus, but it's sculpted in a way that when you have the knee bent, it looks like the fringe is bending with his knee, and it's hidden when you bend his knee back into place, and that's really cool on NECA's part. And the feet move down, which again, compared to the Evil Dead 2 version, which also has ball-jointed feet, these feet get a much better range of motion. So that's it for articulation. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but the chainsaw swivels, groundbreaking achievement right there, 10 out of 10. So for accessories, starting off with his most essential accessory, his boomstick. As you can see, the detail is nice. And again, if I compare it to the Evil Dead 2 version, it is not just a reuse. The Ash vs. Evil Dead version is thinner, smaller stock. But overall, as you can see, it's very nicely done. Right down to actually having holes in the barrel, unlike the Evil Dead 2 version. And to get this magnificent boomstick in his hand, I like to just take this off. As you can see, and just kind of have to work his hand around the stock and then slide it up. And then once you get his finger in the trigger, it looks nice. And as you can see, this is the good trade-off to having a permanent trigger-fingered hand, is that he can actually hold the gun and it looks good. Whereas with Hero Ash, this hand does not really look like it's meant to hold a shotgun ever, which leads to broken shotguns, as you can see right at the bottom there. But you can also take the shotgun or boomstick and put it in the holster like so, preferably without the hand, but that was just kind of a quick thing so that this video doesn't drag on for too long. He also comes with this alternate head sculpt, which seems to be something every Ash comes with, except the upcoming one in the 3-pack, which, as you can see, again, is a very nice likeness of Bruce Campbell. He, again, still has the scar, which is painted a light pink. He's baring his teeth this time, looking very pissed off, and he has the scratch right there on the side of his face, which only one other head sculpt has this scratch, so I don't know why not every head sculpt has this. But as you can see, to put this head sculpt on, you take the head off, which I've already done, and just pop it on. It's very easy, as you can see, because I did it on camera. And it's not that easy to do things like that in these reviews, is it? No. But anyways, that's what it looks like with the alternate head. Ash fail. He also comes with this alternate power glove hand, which he gets later on in the series, which, as you can see, is well sculpted, but paint apps are a little lacking. I'm pretty sure this part should be painted red, and there should be some more paint detailing on his knuckles. But overall, it's pretty good. There's a little different red for part that should be lit up there. It's overall pretty well done. Bit of paint bleed on mine there. Also, something nobody seems to point out is that there's a swivel right here, and you can actually, see if I can do this on camera, pop the glove off, which is kind of pointless because wires are holding it on, and we already get a piece to symbolize that, but yeah, or to make it look like you've taken the glove off the gauntlet piece. But anyways, to get it on, you have this alternate forearm piece, which I've already attached because it's kind of a pain in the ass. Let's just focus there. That made a whole world of difference. And to get it on, you just pop it in. When you get the figure out of the box, this is attached to the forearm piece. I just put it on before I hit record because it's kind of a pain in the ass to do, like I said. And there you go. There he is with his power glove hand. It would have been nice if it was doing something other than just sitting idle. Maybe he was making a fist or flipping the bird would have been awesome. Maybe even an alternate top hand piece with the screwdriver coming out. But overall, it's pretty nice. And we also get this piece, which is meant to look like what he does in the series now, where he just takes the top part of his hand off and puts the chainsaw on with this piece still on. To put it on, you put it on just the same as you would the hand. I put the chainsaw on it before, but there you go. That's what he looks like with that. So that's accessories. Figures don't like standing up on my review setup. And for sizing, here he is with the other figures in the Wave 1 of Ash vs. Evil Dead, Value Stop Ash and Elios. As you can see, the two Ashes are the same height because Value Stop Ash is pretty much the same as Hero Ash, just with a different shirt piece. And Elios maybe should be a little taller, but that might be because he doesn't have enough articulation to lean up enough. But overall sizing with this is good. And here he is with the Evil Dead 2 Series 2 figures, Hero Ash and Henrietta. Henrietta is considerably taller now because I have her with her Pee-wee head, but if she didn't, she would probably be smaller than Ash. As you can see, Hero Ash is actually, the Evil Dead 2 one, is actually slightly taller than the Ash vs. Evil Dead version, and would probably be even taller if his legs weren't spread out like that. So that's that for you. So for history of the figure and pricing, this figure was just released this month, October, alongside the other Ash vs. Evil Dead figures, Eligos, who is here for an end of video picture, and Value Stop Ash. And all figures are, you can find them very abundantly for about $20, $20 to $30. And I would suggest getting this Ash, because if history repeats itself, and if he ends up anything like Hero Ash from the Evil Dead 2 line, everyone's going to buy him. No one's going to be able to get him, so they're all going to move to this Ash, and then this Ash is going to become super expensive along with this Ash, and no one's going to give a shit about Eligos, and you can still get him really cheap like Henrietta. Anyways, for a rating, I'm going to give this figure, it's very good, so I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Not 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, because there's just a few minor things that I think could be done better, like the hand could be painted better, and honestly, this piece I think is a little too long because his arm looks kind of long when you have him with the hand. But overall, the likeness of Bruce Campbell is amazing. It's a really fantastic figure, and I highly recommend you get one, even if you're just a casual Evil Dead fan. So that's it for this review, and as I always say, Shamama Jamo, it means I accidentally ate the whole thing.